All right.
Okay, it's 7 p.m., May 18th, 2021. It's a Zoom meeting. Time to call the City of Torrington Inland Wetlands Commission meeting to order. Serving on the commission this evening, members Jane Baker, Christine Altman, William Storty, Tom Kalinowski, myself, Jay Bate. Also present is Jeremy Leifer, Inland Wetlands Enforcement Officer and Assistant City Planner. Okay. And next, it's minutes for approval. For the
We approve the minutes of March 16th as presented.
all in favor? And I have to call out Jane.
Yes,
I need a second first. Somebody second?
Second.
Okay. Okay.
Tom and Christine, you need to unmute yourselves. There you go. There you go.
Okay. Jane,
yes,
Christine,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Tom?
Abstain?
Okay, and I say yes, so motion carries. Next, it's the 4/13 one, record of meeting.
Yeah, so we didn't have quorum, so we don't have to accept those. They're just a record of what went on.
Okay. Okay, next is the public hearing scheduled for 7 p.m., May 18th, 2021. City of Torrington remote meeting, not to be held at City Hall building. And it's option of City of Torrington Wetlands map revised March 5th, 2021.
Do you want me to give a quick
Yeah.
summary? Generally, when we take in applications for things like subdivisions or really anything that needs an actual wetland survey, we also at the same time update our it's an application to amend the wetlands map as well. What we haven't been doing is actually updating the physical map as we get these applications in. So what I've been doing for the last couple of years since I've been here is going back and each time we sort of get a question or have to pull a subdivision file or get a new survey, I'm sending them down to our GIS person in the engineering department and trying to go back and do some of these and do them going forward. So we've got a good portion of the larger subdivisions. I know we still have some to do, but quite a few of the larger subdivisions, we've gone back and actually had them digitized into our wetlands map, into our wetlands layer on our GIS system. So I think we're at the point where we've updated so much that we should accept the map as we have it right now. I mean, we'll continue to update it as we go. But I think we're at a good point where we can hold this hearing and update the map and get a copy off the deep and everything else we need to do. So if you don't mind, I'll share my screen, Jay.
Sure.
Let me just get the correct. Okay. Oop, hold on, I gotta get the right. There we go. No, of course I closed it. Give me one sec. All right. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. So this is the map with all the layers. These sort of solid colors are the USDA soils surveys. So that's what we use in the absence as basically a a guideline in the absence of an actual wetland survey. These USDA soil maps aren't actually our legal wetlands boundaries, but they're a good guide for us to use. I'll just go over to an example here of one of the areas that we had updated. So we're off Torrington Street here. You can see sort of these areas. These crosshatched areas are the areas where we have actual wetland surveys. So what we've done in these areas is actually substituted the wetland surveys for the USDA soils map, soils layer. So these are actually the legal wetland boundaries. What I also had them do is actually take named watercourses and do a buffer around the actual named watercourses where we know they're not intermittent. They're not even an intermittent watercourse. They're a year-round flow. So we had them do those too. So this is as far as we've updated so far, but we've got sort of you can see the Arbor Ridge subdivision. We've got like the bigger ones like that updated. So that's sort of where we stand right now.
Okay, since it is a public hearing, is there anybody on besides the commission that want any questions or statements about this? I guess not. Any other comments from the commission?
None from me.
Okay, I guess I need a motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Jane,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Tom?
Aye.
Okay, motion carries.
Can I get who made the motion and second again?
I seconded. Jane made the motion.
Okay.
So Christine and Jane, or
Yep.
Jane and Christine.
Got it.
And now I guess I need a motion to accept this into record.
To
So
be a
moved.
motion to
Maps.
adopt the map.
Yeah, adopt the map.
I make that motion.
Second.
All in favor? Jane,
Aye.
Christine,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
and motion carries.
All right, thank you.
Okay. So next, it's old business. Show cause hearing, property owner Ron Raymond, address Felicity Lane, assessor map 101, block 011, lot 08. There's a violation for grading and material processing within a regulated area without permits. And it says discussion, no site plans yet.
Yeah, so I sent Mr. Raymond an email just before our last meeting and said, or just after our last meeting, and basically stated that the commission really wanted to see something from him by this meeting. He stopped in the office on Monday, and he said he's having plans drawn up for a single family house to be built on that lot. And apparently, we're going to get all the updates for all the wetlands mapping and all that when he turns those plans in. Now I said, well, I had a conversation about the time frame, and he said about 3 weeks for those plans. So as a show of good faith, that we discussed the other stockpiles and the equipment and everything else that was on the property. And I told him, you don't have an approved permit right now, so you can't keep any of that stuff on the lot. And he promised on that to have everything off the lot in the next week, which was Monday. So at the beginning of next week, everything should be at least off of the property. And within, at least before the next meeting, we should see a plan for a single family house on the lot. Where we discussed him placing the single family house is going to be within 75 feet of the wetlands or 100 feet of the water course. So we're going to have to review that for approval.
Okay. So I guess this gets tabled?
Yeah, as long as everybody's on board with our,
Yeah.
our discussion anyway. I
Everybody-
think if we don't see anything from him, then I think we're at the point where probably just hand this to Corporation Council and let them duke it out with him from here.
I agree. How about the rest of the commission?
I agree.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay,
So I just need a motion to table, I guess.
yeah.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Dean,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Tom?
You call my name?
Yep.
Oh, aye.
Okay, motion carries. Okay. Next is applicant Richard Chestnut Road, Assessor Map 143, blocks.
Some pretty bad feedback from someone.
No getting it?
I think there's a conversation or something going on behind someone, maybe.
Somebody's television maybe or something.
Hey, Jane, turn the TV off. Turn the TV off.
Okay. Applicant Rich, can you hear me now?
No, turn it off.
All right.
Okay. Applicant Richard Mellon, Chestnut Hill Road, Assessor Map 143, Block 003, Lot 013. Activity constraints, house within regulated area.
All right. So I can bring those out. I can share my screen again and bring his plans up. Again, give me 1 second. I just got to make sure I'm bringing up the right screen here. All right. So I don't know if we want Mr. Mellon to comment on this at all. So anything in red here is the updates that the city engineer was looking for.
Okay. So everything's good with the here?
Yeah, so the comments were to extend, you can see how the silt fence is extended all the way to the road. The previous plans didn't have the silt fence extended all the way to Chestnut Hill. So that's located, the soil stockpiles located. The soil stockpile detail is actually on the lower part of this, right in here. But we've got the location. The other comment I think might have been unrelated to wetlands, but it had to do with city responsibility for water discharge. And I think that was it for. He had to take. This was actually originally done by. I'm sorry, previous P&Z chair. I can't remember his company. It's right here. Hang on 1 second. It was originally done by Northeast Consulting, and he had to actually get those plans done by a different engineer. Had to get them updated by a different engineer. So Trinkus Engineering, he had Steve Trinkus do his updates.
Can't remember. This was already approved once and the permit ran out.
Yeah, so it was initially approved in 2005. It went through some iterations because of lot combinations and I think an initially denied application. There were some issues with building lines because of particular things in the deeds for this development. So these it shows this lot actually split up the middle, but it's actually not split. This is all one lot. It shows it on the deed as all one lot. But yeah, so it was originally approved in 2005, and that we had that law passed in 08 or 09 that extended all the permits. So even with all the extensions, this permit, which maxed out at 14 years, expired in 2019. So we are basically reapproving the old plan, but with some additional details.
Okay. And I take it the builder or the guys building this is okay with the city engineer's notes and additions to his map?
Mr. Mellon, you haven't talked to.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay, good. We have no builder in place right now. We're just looking to get this approval, and then we're gonna look to see what we might be able to do with it about hiring a builder and see what we can do. It now has become somewhat economically feasible to do something where in the past it had not, so I've just basically let it sit there.
If you can afford the lumber.
Oh,
Yeah, Jay, that was a shock. I thought we were golden now when I saw the prices go up on the what you could get for a razor inch in Torrington. Because I don't know if you know me, I'm an appraiser. I do a lot of local work until I found out the cost of building, and then there went my profit. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. We're going to try to put something together and see if we can find somebody that's willing to go with it. I'm not a builder myself, so.
Okay, but you're okay with the plan as it sits?
Yeah, that was basically the plan that was drawn up by Rich Calkins back the last time we did this. I don't, Jay, you probably remember this.
Yeah, I was on.
Yeah, you were on the board. This was originally a 3-lot subdivision. The back left, we just gave up totally. It was pretty much all wetlands, and I didn't make any effort to do anything with it. Then we did go to the Wetlands Board, who did approve 2 lots here, okay? And it was a long drawn out problem. We were given bad advice that wetlands could override that front lot established by a subdivision. The previous wetlands commissioner said we could do that. They had the authority to do it. It turned out they did not. We had actually sold this property and I bought it back just out of the fact of, I thought it was the right thing to do. So I've been kind of stuck with this for an eternity. It's a long time ago. But this was originally 2 lots. We were going to put up some Cape style homes. And then it basically was, when we couldn't get the wetlands approval, as you remember, it went back to 1 lot and Rich Calkins drew this up. So I just want to see what we have to work with. So when I go to somebody, they'll understand what it is. It's a nice lot, an acre and a half.
Just for the record too, I did copy I did get a copy of the deed that showed that all of these lots are combined. So it's in the record. There is no.
Yeah, no, I know they were combined because I paid to have it done.
I just wanted to make sure we had, just so I got it and put it in the file, just so it was there.
That's fine. I know it's 1 lot.
Okay, unless commission has any further questions, can I have a motion to approve?
Okay, so I approve that we accept, are we accepting or approving the?
Approving.
I move that we approve the plan for Chestnut Hill Road, Assessor Map 143, Block 3, Lot 13, to construct a new house within a regulated area.
second,
Hey, all in favor, Jane,
aye,
Christine,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Aye.
motion carries.
Thank you, Jay. I don't know if I'll be seeing you again, but I wouldn't doubt it.
Years.
Yeah, so
Sure.
Mr.
This is
Mellon,
like a toothache that won't go away.
I'll be sending you some paperwork with the approval, so.
Thank you, Jeremy. You were very efficient.
Yep.
Nice, good dealing with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I didn't realize it was 15 years ago.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, now new business. Applicant Stephen Mazzarelli. Location Mountain Road. Assessor map 231, block 001, lot 019. Activity construct farm pond. Now, is this an as of right?
yeah, this is a jurisdictional determination for a farm use. I was
Yep.
trying to share my screen again. I'm trying to find the right thing here. I tried to have everything set up in order. It never works out that way. This is just a photo I took of the site, just to give everybody an idea of what it looks like. So you'll see, I don't see, between last month and this month, I don't know if everybody still has the write-up I did for the meeting last month. But this is an as of right for a farm pond of 3 acres or less. There is I had Mr. Mazzarelli turn us in to for what types of farming activities. And in my write-up, conforms to essential farming operation for irrigation of fruit trees, of future fruit trees, Christmas trees, and water for farm animals. So that's what I had in my write-up. I don't know if Mr. Mazzarelli has anything else to add, but I think we just lost him.
I remember when this came through the last time when this property was cleared.
Okay.
And I thought there was a stipulation it had to be left for the grass to grow and not be mowed regularly. Was it on the record or not?
Okay. I didn't see anything about that, but hopefully we'll get Mr. Mazzarelli back.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna stop the share for just a second.
Okay.
Oh no, he's there. Sorry. I think he might have been signed in twice and we lost one of them. There we go.
Are we there?
Yes, I hear you.
I'm sorry, I seem to have lost it.
We can still hear you, but I think we lost your video.
Okay. It's basically a vacant lot that I've had cleared a few years ago. You are correct that I did have it cleared. And it's been sitting pretty much a vacant lot. Every spring when I try to mow the field when it's severely long, because it's semi-wet, I get my mower stuck. So I wanted to make a farm pond to try to collect the water that's there. Last summer, I had a test hole dug to see if it would hold water to actually have a pond. And last summer was completely dry and the test hole never filled with water at all. I checked it this spring and it's full up to about 12 inches from the actual ground level. So it does have water in it. It seems like it's holding water, but I won't know until the end of the summer. I'm just applying for a permit. If I build a pond, I build a pond. If I don't, I don't. It would be nice for the scenery And I do have some chickens that I'm raising. I'm also raised some fruit trees that are in the front of the lot. So I'm looking forward to preparing the lot for retirement and having some maybe some farm things going on there.
So I didn't review anything deeper than, on the lot. So I couldn't speak to if there's any other type of restrictions or anything.
I kind of remember the restriction when we let them clear it, but I don't know if it ever really went on the record or that was just an advisement by the board.
Okay.
My recollection is that I went through Kim Barbarian. She approved it. I don't recall if there was any restrictions or not. I do not recall that.
Yeah, I remember about leaving the grass to grow and cut it several times a year rather than like every week. But I don't know if that really ever went on the record or that was just a discussion you had with Kim. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really mow it every week. I try not to because it's such a big area. It takes too long. I try to mow the backfield where the pipe is there once a month. As it gets too high to mow, if I wait too long, I've waited so it's gotten to 3 feet tall and to the hay size. The field was originally, when I bought the lot, a hay field.
Mm-hmm.
Right where that white pipe is in the center of the screen or the picture, the grass line used to end. That's where there used to be an old stone wall there from where the old farm lot used to be. And then I had that cleared, and that's what's remaining there.
Okay.
So what I could do, I think regardless of any past restrictions there may have been,
Right.
I think we can still independently make the determination of whether the farm pond is an exempt activity.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. And it looks to me if he's building a farm pond, chances are it's going to take up whatever was supposed to be mowed or not mowed anyway. So
I think you said plus or minus 2 acres on the pond.
Yeah, the whole lot, that parcel is 5.12 acres.
Yep.
So I don't know, Jeremy, if you have that little drawing I did
Yeah.
about the size.
Yeah, I think it said something like plus or minus 2 acres.
Right. And I tried to guesstimate how big it was. Yeah, there. I don't know if you can see that.
You can kind of see a little potato shaped thing drawn in the middle.
Right. It's the flattest part of the lot. It's the wettest part of the lot. It'll retain water, I hope. I won't, like I said, I won't do anything till the end of the summer to make sure that there's water still in that test pipe. Because I hate to dig that out and have nothing in there.
Yeah, so in my recommendations in the first couple of bullets in the conditions, it says that any changes to pond or property uses may require a new determination, or a wetlands permit. And then number 2 said the only other thing I kind of really put in there that wasn't a standard condition was to work with me when the time comes, just to figure out a suitable location for the excavation material. But I think in the conditions here, it kind of covers, because it says if there's any changes in conditions, we may need to have him come back.
Sure.
So if I didn't see any other files when I looked, because I do usually take a look in the file cabinet just to make sure we don't have anything. So I didn't see anything, but.
okay. Now with the size of the farm ponds, how big does it have to get from my own information before Army Corps gets involved?
So that's Bill, help me out here. Is it 5,000 cubic yards?
No, it's 5,000. I thought it was like yeah, I don't know the number off the top of my head.
I think it's 5,000 cubic yards of material for excavation. But yeah, but our regulations from a wetland standpoint, our farm ponds of 3 acres or less. So I don't know that, I mean, that's something I could look into, but I don't know that that affects our decision as a commission. If, you know, like, kind of like the conversations we had with the Greenbrier application. We can't go, it's something we have to make sure of, or Mr. Mazzarelli as a homeowner needs to make sure of, but I don't know that it affects our decision.
Okay, all we're looking for here is whether we deem it's a farm and he can have a pond on it.
Yeah, whether it fits the definition of a farm pond of less than 3 acres. And the big thing, you know, in my mind, when I've done these in the past is it being used for a bona fide farming operation? And, you know, in Mr. Mazzarelli's testimony, it's for fruit trees and possible Christmas trees and farm animals. So. I mean, I think that's all I have to add, really.
Okay. Well, I don't see any issues with him putting a pond here. Now, what's the rest of the commission think?
I don't have any issues.
No, I have
No
not.
issue.
No issues on my end.
Okay,
So it would be a
go ahead.
it would be a motion to deem this as of right
Right.
farming activity with I mean, unless somebody wants to make any changes to my list with the conditions that I have listed on my memo.
That sounds good to me.
Okay, so I move that we deem that the pond construction at Mountain Road, Assessor Map 231, Block 1, Lot 19 is as of right use.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor? Jane,
Aye.
Christine,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Tom,
Aye.
motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next is Torrington Water, care of Jonathan Ziner. Location Marshall Lake Road, Assessor Map 226, Block 002, Lot 001. Proposal as of right activity for a timber harvest.
Trying to find that. Hang on. I had this so well organized before the meeting. It all blew up.
Diane?
There we go.
Okay, bye. I'll call you back in 3 minutes.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. Can you see that?
Yep.
So I didn't actually do a memo for this one. I think I'll just leave it to Mr. Ziner. I think he said this is a reapproval of something that was approved a long time ago.
So this is all part of long-term forest management for our property. I actually did a harvest on this property 17 years ago in the same area. And so it's just, you know, it's kind of the rotation age of mature timber. And so I did an inventory on this parcel. And so we want to just harvest the mature timber. And also there is some ash that's still got some merchantable value, despite the emerald ash borer wiping out most of the ash. But we've harvested a lot of ash in the last 10 years. And so that's part of this harvest. There's going to be 2 headers on this property, one on this harvest, one on Marshall Lake Road and one on Weigold Road. 2 stream crossings. And one will probably be corduroyed because the stream is only about 3 feet wide. The one on Marshall Lake Road. Weigold Road, it's a little wider. You can see the stream on the map on the upper left side there, the northwest side of the property. And so there's a header already in place there. They'll have to put a new bridge in there, which probably will be a temporary bridge to access the timber in the northern section there. There'll be an anti-tracking pad there on both headers. And yeah, all the timber is marked with blue paint. Boundaries have all been marked. I've worked on this property for 32 years, so I know it pretty well. Are there any questions? Well, let's see. We left. I left a good buffer area between the harvest and where the old Marshall Lake is, which is more of a marsh now. It's not used for water anymore by our company, but we still own the property and manage it for long term.
So I guess the one question I have is right where you have that stream crossing on the southern end near Marshall Lake.
Yep.
That's completely inside the harvest area. Are you leaving any kind of like a buffer around that stream of trees?
Yes. So there's only going to be one crossing there. Like I say, it's very rocky, which is always desirable to cross in that area. And it's like I say, you could jump over it with one jump. It's about 3 feet wide.
Okay.
It's just a drainage from the area to the east, and it's never really full of very much water. It's almost like an intermittent stream, and so it will only be crossed in one area. Yeah.
Okay.
And there is some timber marked in that area, but far enough away from the stream to protect the riparian habitat.
Yep, that's what I was getting at. Yeah.
When are you planning on doing it?
Actually, soon. So the section on the southern part from the stream to the very southern boundary is not really in the wetlands area. So they were going to start there because it's a pretty dry section. This harvest is mostly oak, but there's also some softwood, some hemlock and pine. So they were going to start there, and then they'll put the stream crossing in, and by then they'll probably it'll be dry, a lot drier in the upper area. The lower section there, you can see the stream. It almost looks like a circle from the stream down to where the header is. There's probably 60 or 70,000 feet of timber right in there, which is, it would harvest first because it's really a really dry section of the property. So they may start, they actually want to start next week.
I'm looking at the GIS map for Torrington, and it shows that parcel being a totally different shape than you've sketched out on your plan.
Yeah, and that map there, well, so is that the one the assessor has also, the assessor's map?
Well, I'm looking at the city's GIS map, which has the assessors on it, and it's like it's significantly different, smaller shape than what you're showing.
Yeah, that map is not correct. We have a survey map that was done in 1953, and that's the map that I have on there on the diagram that I showed you. So maybe we should, I don't know if we should
You should square that away before you possibly start cutting trees on other folks, because it would be 3 other parcels that you'd be taking timber from, according to our the city's GIS.
If
Well,
you have any
Jeremy,
updated-
you could pull it up if you wanted, Jeremy, to show.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. But if you have any updated maps, or not updated maps, but official maps that need to be corrected, just get them to me and I can make sure they're on. They got to be, I mean, if they're not on file, we should get them on file with the city clerk.
I can do that.
Here we go. It's this parcel here, right?
Yeah, if you click on it, it'll highlight it. Which the timber trail is coming at the bend of Marshall Lake Road, so. you know,
Oh,
it's-
over here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, so if you have updated maps, just maybe get them to me and or we'll see if we can get them filed.
Okay,
Correct this map
okay.
or these boundaries.
All right, do we want to make a motion and have restrictions? Or
We can condition it on
yeah, condition it out for it?
confirmation of the boundary lines.
Okay.
You know, as usual for these harvests, it's you know, are we minimizing wetland crossings and are we using standard practice? And my opinion, we're doing that here. So
Did you go in the same way the last time you did this?
Yes, well, we use the same skid trails, the same header, 2 headers. And the skid trails are still really pretty open, which is nice. It makes it a lot easier for the harvest, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, can I have a motion?
I'll move that the timber harvest on Marshall Lake Road, Assessor Map 226, Block 2, Lot 1, is as of right activity. And we need confirmation on the property boundaries.
Second,
All in favor? Jane,
aye.
Christine,
Aye.
Bill,
I,
Tom?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay,
yeah, so if you
Thanks.
have a chance, just stop in the office, and if you have any survey maps, just we'll get it all fixed.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you.
okay. Take care. Okay, next is a discussion for future meeting format.
Yeah, so we are coming up in 2 days on the expiration of the allowance for us to have our meetings completely on Zoom. So that has not, the governor's emergency declaration has been extended, but our Zoom meetings have not. So we have to have our meetings in the room next month, or going forward. But we're trying to set them up with the city clerk's office to have them hybrid, and P&Z's Planning and Zoning Commission's moving to that as well. So basically we would be at the dais. There'd be a camera set up. We'd have basically the whole dais on Zoom. And then we'd have someone else hopefully helping us in the room. So if we had, say, an application with an engineer presenting something and there were a few people in the room and a few people on Zoom, we just have to make sure people are looking at the same thing. So if there was a sheet up for the room to be looking at, it would have to be up on Zoom as well. We've kind of made the point that be it me at this meeting or Marty at P&Z or whatever the case may be, we really don't have time to advise the commission and run Zoom and do that at the same time. So we have to we're working on getting a setup where someone would be at our meetings running the Zoom portion of it, in the room with us. Commission members aren't all required to be there. We just have to have the meeting set up and run in the room. So if people are still a little wary about being in the room, we would be able to set it up kind of hybrid, but yeah, I think it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve going forward. But if we get anything in for June, that's how we're going to have to run the meetings. Jonathan, the assistant city clerk, has agreed to help us through the June meetings anyway. So he will be running Zoom for June. So it gives us maybe about 6 weeks or so to set up someone to help us through the Zoom portion of things, as long as we have to do it.
Okay,
Okay,
Jeremy, I'm gonna have to leave right now. I have another appointment.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, all I have is my update. So,
right, and I have that in the agenda.
okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
take care. Okay, I guess now is the staff report, agent determinations.
Yeah, I had a few, actually over the last 2 months, because we didn't get to do the update last month. 85 Alice Street, I had a 12 by 24 deck in an upland area. 141 Marjorie, 8 by 10 storage shed within an upland area. 102 Pondside. This is actually, this 102 Pondside was one of those where that entire subdivision wasn't on the wetlands map, so it's been updated since I got this permit in. That was a 10 by 12 storage shed again in an upland area. 399 Brightwood was actually an enforcement issue. I got a permit application for the property next door, and I noticed there was it's almost like a roofed cabana, sort of open front thing that someone had built next to their pool, which was about 30 feet from a water course. So I got them to pull a permit, and at the same time they took three tiny parcels that they had owned from that. It was one of those weird neighborhoods that they really sliced it up into small parcels. I got them to actually merge 3 parcels to fix one of our, really weird issues on our parcel map. And then the last one was 239 Country Club Road, another 16 by 14 open deck in an upland area. Yeah. So I had a couple other things. I don't know where I put that DOT notification. Did Lona send that to everyone? The DOT notification?
I
No.
didn't receive it.
all it,
So the DOT facility off Oak Ave, the one that's right next to the highway off Oak Ave over there, they're actually going to be taking the building down and rebuilding the building. It's I think it's the facility where they do the signs and all the paint stuff. And I don't even know that that there's regulated wetlands over there, but they're notifying everyone, every commission. So we might be seeing that work go on later this year to rebuild that building. And then the last thing I had was the enforcement update. There's actually a few things that came into compliance that I can take off the list. I just like to leave it on until I update everybody. But if anybody has any, individual questions about any of these, let me know. I don't know if there's any. Looks like I might have added a. Yeah, I only added one new one. It was. Oh no, 2 new ones. So that 399 Brightwood Avenue is on there. But we've, as I did the agent determination for that one, so we can take this one off the list. I know this is Jay's lifting his glasses. I know this thing is tiny.
I had a question about 205 Marshall Lake Road, the Campanelli residence.
Yeah.
Your notes indicated there was a 6-month hold for compliance to 420.
Yep.
Okay, so has that?
Yeah. So I did a final on that. A couple weeks ago. And it looks like he had filled in the water course to do a crossing, and he threw a pipe in, and he had put a bunch of fill, like large, I don't know, like fill, but mostly large rocks right in the water course. So but then he also moved around a bunch of material. So there was a lot of exposed soil around both sides of the water course. So I had him remove the pipe, remove a lot of what he filled in the water course, and then kind of seed, hay, all the stuff around both sides of the water course. And it looked like everything was kind of grassing in and taking hold when I went by there a couple weeks ago. It's a real tough time. The winter's a real tough time to put something on a 6-month hold because I can't see anything. But when eventually we lost the snow, it looks like all the grass was coming, all the cover was coming back around both sides. So it was enough for me to be able to close it out.
Okay, I'm just wondering. So still saw that on the list.
Yep. Yeah, I usually just leave them on until I can update you guys, and then I take them off.
I got a question. It's not really wetlands. What's the deal with chickens in the city limits?
Nothing under 3 acres. No lots under 3 acres.
Okay, so you gotta have 3 acres or more to have chickens?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a pretty regular enforcement thing for us.
Yeah, there's somebody around here. They might have killed a rooster, but they had a rooster that was crowing all day long.
Or one of the neighbors did it.
Yeah, either one, but I don't hear that chicken I don't hear the rooster anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think I got rid of their chickens, but the rooster's not giving them away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, a lot of times that's what I do for enforcement. Somebody complains and I just kind of drive up and roll the windows down. Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, we probably have, just from the last month, we've probably got 10 or 12 complaints that we're following up on right now.
Mhm.
That's one of those where we have a form letter because we'd spend all day writing notices about chicken complaints. Yeah. Yep. Nice. Good battles all the time with that.
I remember Kim used to have to go chase the chickens to find out where they belonged.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The free roamers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's it then. Just adjournment next.
Yep.
I move we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Christine,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
John, or Thomas,
Aye.
and myself is aye, so motion carries.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, take care.
I guess maybe we'll see most of you in the room next month.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. See
Hey,
you then.
Jeremy, I got a quick question though.
Yep. Let me
I never
hold
got
on,
that,
hold on one sec. Let me stop sharing and hold on.